Hello, and welcome to Dolphin's Dive, the weekly strategically minded stream hosted by Logic Dolphin. Handelabra believes in civil rights for everyone and in being as inclusive as possible, so any comments or activity actively working against those goals are not welcome and will not be tolerated. You can follow us at Handelabra Games on Twitch or Handelabra on Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube. You can follow me personally at Logic Dolphin on Twitch, Discord, or pretty much any avenue. Sentinels of the Multiverse, Sentinels of Earth Prime, Bottom of the Ninth, One Deck Dungeon, Aeon's End, Spirit Island, Horizons of Spirit Island, and One Deck Galaxy are all available on Steam, iOS, and Android devices. One Deck Galaxy is actually only on Steam on early access, and One Deck Dungeon is also available on Switch. You can find more information on those games at handelabra.com. Excuse me. Yeah, it's been 3 weeks. I had to take off 2 weeks ago because I was very behind on work. Spoilers, I'm still behind on work, but that's just always going to be the case this semester. I am just overloaded. And last week I had to take off because of my niece. She had her school play, and so I had to take off. Yeah, kind of unexpected. Well, the school play is technically not unexpected, although she's not very good at telling her family when things are, and so we only found out like 2 days before. 2 weeks ago was kind of unexpected, I guess, because it was like spur of the moment. It's like I need more time, and I don't want to devote time to streaming. But yeah, kind of unexpected to just have 2 consecutive weeks off, and here I am 3 weeks later. So apologies for the delay, but I am here to play Spirit Island. This is actually the public build. Oh. Wait, is this the public build? Oh no, I'm on the public build. Oh no. Hold on. Let's see if I can quickly do this, because I want to actually... I assume I'm allowed to do this, by the way. I was never told I couldn't. Because I'm pretty sure everything's showcased. Actually, yeah, no, yeah, it's in the beta. Sorry. Anyway, pay no attention to the man behind the curtain. Oops, I watched the wrong game. No, not this game. Wrong game. Kudos to whoever recognizes what game that was. You of course did not see anything because I am only sharing game capture, but you know. All right, back to the professional Handelabra stream. Sorry, it's been 3 weeks, I guess. Yeah, I'm now on the beta build. Very important. Today I'm going to do basically John's second wave kind of thing, where he hits one board and he doesn't play with an adversary, and he sees how many waves he can do. I have no intentions of going for terribly long, however, but I thought let's do a one spirit game and see how far I can go. And the wise thing to do is to start with Heart of the Wildfire, but I'm not smart. So I'm just gonna go with random as I usually do. What could possibly go wrong? Put a presence in this land. Going in the sands, I see. Well, it's actually good that I went H1 then, because then I can do this growth and still do Call of the Deeps to stop the H8 build. Island time. Hello, Megan Barth. 2 card plays? And then what? Does it even make sense to do two card plays? Probably not, because Tidal Boon's not going to do much. There will be an Explorer in H1, but not a town. Maybe I don't do 2 card plays. Maybe I'm sacrilege here and I just do elements. Bide my time. I'm gonna push against the grain of card plays. Pound that ship to splinters. Well, wetlands. And they're not good wetlands either. This is board H, by the way. A new board. So it's actually, no, this is a Horizons board, isn't it? Because ABCD is base, EF is Jagged Earth, and FGH is Horizons. F is overlaid, of course. So this is a Horizons board. Pity about H6 and H7. Let's see if we can get something that does something. That's range 0. Extra range for targeting coastal lands could be really good for Ocean. Treacherous Waterways is a new card. It does, at range 1, hit H6. Entrancing Apparitions also can gather the Explorer from H6. Although it has to be a land with no invaders, so it'd have to be a land at range 1 with no invaders, which is H5 or H8. I would suppose Treacherous Waterways is the safest way, or rather the only way, in fact. Now I want to go in H2, because we're going to defend that. Cannot drown that city yet, though. I do have innate water, so if I play any 2 of these cards next turn, I can drown the city. That's fine. So it's either Swallow or Treacherous Waterways. Right, we're playing Treacherous Waterways. That's what we decided. That was the plan. Right. Push that guy. And defend. Event card says, Bureaucrats adjust funding. On each board with 9 or more buildings, build cards skip the highest numbered matching land. On each board with 3 or fewer buildings, build cards cause 1 extra action in the highest numbered matching land. Ooh. Very interesting. Also, 2 fewer per board with 2 or more beasts. That's not us. When invaders ravage, if the land has both presence and Dahan. Although I read a YouTube comment that said I'm pronouncing this word wrong. It's Dahan. I say Dahan, but it's Dahan. If the land has both Dahan and presence, defend 5. Sorry that I mispronounced an imaginary word. At least it's not like all the Final Fantasy X people saying the name is Titus, even though it's been officially stated that it's Titus. Anyway. We have 3 or fewer, right? There's a city and a town. So they will build twice. Oh boy. That means that land is super blade. Well, I can assert dominance and drown the non-existent town there. We have no energy. We can get to 1 more energy this turn. I haven't drowned anything. I failed at Ocean. Seamus is upset. But I could definitely like just take this presence to be able to have energy, but I would also probably end up... I would rather have another power card maybe instead. I mean, this also gets me to another energy and 2 card plays. So let's do this. Gain cards. We have options. Reaching Grasp, which could be good. Although a lot of my innate cards are just coastal. So it doesn't necessarily help. Carapace Land. If targeting land with beasts, this power has +1 range, but also provides defend. Beasts is an H4. Renewing Boon. Choose a land where you and target spirit both have presence in that land, or move a blight, and target spirit may add 1 of their destroyed presence. That would have to be, of course, me in the coastal. Blood draws predators. After the next time invaders are destroyed in target land, add beasts, then 1 damage per beasts. Interesting. And then Reaching Grasp. What's different in this beta build? There are Jagged Earth cards. Mainly. Jagged Earth is going to be released piecemeal. And the beta build is currently working on some power cards and Maybe fear cards, event cards. Definitely, we just saw an event card that was Jagged Earth. Not that one. That's not it. This one. All right, so I need the energy. Ah, come on. Oh, I have to click. It's not a drag, it's a click. All right, Reaching Grasp doesn't do anything and also doesn't give me the earth that I would like to drown each two. There is a town in each one, but there are two different ways we can deal with it. We can swallow it, we can Tidal Boon it. Also, Sprawl contained by the wilds. On each board, add wilds to a land without invaders. Build in the land with the most buildings. Oh man, poor Innerland Wetlands. On each board, destroy 2 explorers among lands with beasts. During Ravage, Dahan deal damage at the same time as invaders. Add wilds to a land without invaders. Well, how about H8? And yeah, H7 is just Metropolis over there. Yeah, we'll need to get a major power that can hit H7, but we also have got Reaching Grasp to help with that, so it could be fine. Jungle double build, double explore? Or Ravage build thing? Yeah. Alright, well, H5 looks bad. Let's get this Dahan out so I can at least swallow the land dwellers in H1, I guess. If I put this in the ocean, I can move it over to H3 if I really wanted. It is a singleton. They are building a city nearby, so I guess I do want to do that. And I will drown the 1 explorer. But now I'm at 8 energy. I can take a major. Okay. Anything that helps with H5. Well, I have no destroyed presence. That is not mountains or wetlands. H7 is a wetlands. I can add presence, but not into H5. It has no Dahan, so I can't deal damage. I suppose H1 is at risk, though, because I didn't reclaim my defend card. But I also can't save H1 now either. Which means I'm going to have destroyed presence. Which means I can use Blazing Renewal, but not this turn. But also Blazing Renewal doesn't hit H7, because I can do plus range, but not in my presence. My presence is limited. I may place move presence into oceans, but may not play move presence into inland lands. Unless you have the major power that says, who cares? What was the major power again? Oh, it's Indomitable Claim, right? Yeah, there it is. Also, 5 damage isn't that much damage. It's 6 energy to deal 5 damage. That's pretty bad. Good fear, yeah. I mean, you're only 1 spirit, so it's 4 fear to a fear card. Unrealistic growth makes me super grow. I'm not sure what super growth will do. It does pull me back in H1. Well, I guess I'm still gonna be in H1. I'm gonna take unrelenting growth. And this one needs plants and suns, which I don't have. The ditch Call of the Deeps. Okay. I don't know what I'm doing. going to just assume that I have a solution for something. Fear card help. For the rest of this turn, don't generate fear for destroying build. Oh my god. What are these event cards? On each board, in the land with the most combined invaders plus Dahan, add a add a disease, 2 damage to Dahan. And each spirit with at least 2 Dahan among all its lands gains 1 energy. So like, I guess they do have presence there. Each player may push an explorer to a land with more buildings than the land it came from. I mean, I'm just gonna do that, which is not gonna help anything. Oh boy, we're also blighting the island. Let's do this first. Blight card is still healthy island for now. Still healthy. Yeah, so we're still healthy, but immediately each player adds a blight from this card to a land adjacent to blight, so it's not even that good. Because we're also gonna blight the island right now. Oh my god. This is not a good game. Immediately on each board, just destroy a beast, then add a blight to a land with buildings. Oh boy, we get to add more blight! The entire inner land is blighted. If we do get the second wave, we will remove all but 2 of the blights, which is good. So yeah, the that was I don't know if I haven't caught too many Handelabra lives lately, but that was a still healthy blight card, which still has a terrible effect, but was still healthy in the event that you have an event card that cares about healthy versus blighted. In this case, we just still sucked. Okay, I can drown a town, I guess. And I can add presence and wilds. It is a coastal ravage or coastal build. 3 card plays, I guess, because I'm reclaiming. I'm not placing presence that way. Oh, I have to place this in the same land, right? Okay, we'll go there. That's fine. Reclaim. Gain a new major. Vanish softly away, forgotten by all. Remove an invader and 1 explorer town, or remove all damaged invaders. Adversary and scenario rules that prevent or alter removal do not affect this power. And if you have 3 moon, 3 air, at any lands, in any 2 lands with 4 or more invaders, remove 1 invader. Oh, interesting. Dissolve the bonds, terrifying nightmares, trees and stones. Anything that helps with H5? Answer is not really. We don't have Dahan. We don't have Dahan in H1 or H5. Terrifying nightmares removes them from H1, but doesn't help with H5. Oh boy. I'm taking this one, and you can't stop me. I can get 4 moon now, right? So I can get like some fear off of that. Unrelenting growth is not gonna do that much more. Moon, moon, moon. Those are my moon cards. Terrifying nightmares. Yeah, just do it somewhere. Probably the jungle because they're ravaging and building. Terra level 2, cool. Generate more fear. Wish I could target that land. Let's target this one just in case there's a push effect. More fear, 3 fear cards. Partitioned Wilderness. On each board, if there are 4 more lands with towns, add a blight to a land with or adjacent to town. Spirits may prevent this on any or all boards by destroying 3 presents from each board to be protected. There are definitely 3 towns. Pestilence arrives on canvas sails. On each board, add disease to the coastal land with the most buildings, and that land 3 damage to Dahan. Oh, there's no buildings. Each spirit may push one of their presents from a land with Dahan. 2 damage in the land pushed to. Oh, this was... Oh yeah, no, there's 3 towns, not 4. Okay. Push and deal damage. I could push there, but I can't. I guess it's fine because I was ravaging. Each spirit may add strife in a land with presence. Each spirit gains energy per sacred site they have in lands with invaders. That was forced. Remove up to 3 health with invaders from a land with disease or 1 explorer from an inland land. Well, there's no disease. I'll remove that explorer and assert dominance. Each player adds strife. I keep saying the wrong words. Strife in a land with the Han. For the rest of the turn, invaders have -1 health per strife to a minimum of 1. Yeah, take that, H3. This is the only option. Well, I guess this is an option too. I'm going to go there. Here's a super stack, so who cares? Stands. Okay, all the wilds there stopped all of that. Nice. I am gonna... Oh, I guess it doesn't really matter which I do. Title Boon. I want to leave the Dahan there. I may push the Dahan so I don't have to actually push it. But yeah. Millions of energy again. Just another major? Just majors for days? Grasping Tide is largely useless. Still reaching Grasp. Alright, grant Hatred or Ravenous Form for each... Alright, this is one we've seen before, but for each Strife or Blight in target land, 1 fear and 2 damage. If this destroys all invaders in target land, add Beasts. Well, that's 4 damage in H7. 6 damage in H5. That's not bad. Paralyzing Fright, we've seen before. Thickets erupt with every touch of breeze. 2 damage, then either add 3 wilds or remove 1 blight. Add 3 wilds. Wow, that's a lot of wilds. I actually have the threshold on this. This is 8 fear, which, I mean, the only way we're gonna win this is to get fear victory. Maybe just lean on the fear. Just go all in on fear. Dang, that's wild. Ah! Alright. There's gonna be like nothing for me to swallow, is the thing. The Reaching Grasp boss wasn't doing me anything either. I guess I need to hold on to moons. I don't have any moons here, but I don't want to forget the moon cards because that will generate more fear. This is largely just a water air, but I do have a lot of airs there and here. All right. If there's, for some reason, a coastal city, that's going to be weird. I'm going to assume there's not going to be a coastal city. But there is an event card that did say add more towns, or build twice in lands if there's not enough things. So who knows? I'm just gonna push this guy. How about that? How about that for energy? And pound those chips. Oh, I don't have the 2 air. Wait. Oh, I need. Oh crap. Oh crap. I did need that for this turn. Oh crap. Let's go back, go back, go back. There we go. I needed that for the air this turn. Okay, fine. Paralyzing Fright in H7. Yeah? I don't know why, but let's do it in H7. Seems cool. Strip the Land Bare. Towns each do +1 damage when ravaging. After a ravage action adds a blight, remove an explorer in town from the ravaged land. Virulence among close-packed homes add disease to the inland land with the most buildings. Offerings of Storied Season. Each spirit with at least 3 Dahan among all its lands gains 1 energy and may reclaim 1 card. Must be nice to have Dahan. Each player may push any number of explorers or towns from 1 land. Okay. I will push these guys closer to the coast. Actually, I have this. So actually, let's select this land. Oh, this isn't... Alright, this is a dangerous land to push in because, well, they're ravaging in H3. Okay, so I will... Wait. What did the event card say about Ravage? Towns do plus damage when ravaging. Okay. Well, we only have 1 blight, so I can't take that risk. I can't put him in H3 and assume that we're going to get another fear card that says defend or whatever. Let's just move these guys closer to the coast. Add strife to an invader, -1 health per strife. This one. They're exploring wetlands. Well, they didn't explore H7. That'll show them. There is nothing in here. And there's nothing in here. Excellent. I will reclaim my cards. And I'm going to Paralyzing Fright again. And something will happen. How much fear do we need to win? We need 9 fear. Paralyzing Fright is 8 fear. So that plus my innate, and I get it. Yay! We won the game, but at what cost? I guess if there's like a minor blight cleanup, but it doesn't really matter. Anything that adds tokens? No. I will click on a card. Gather presence into the ocean. Paralyzing the frights. I need 1 more air, 1 more earth. Take that one for even more fear. Take this one because it's cool looking, I guess. We now have the fear. It just doesn't give me the moons. Well, I'm not hitting the moons anyway. Let's do this one. Because it unlocks Pawn the Ships. I can play more cards. Why am I not playing enough cards? I can't actually hit the threshold on this because I can play enough cards now. Yay! We can generate millions of fear and win the game by ignoring the fact that we're losing the game. It's easy to win this game. Just forget that you're losing and win. I guess that's just how solo Spirit goes. It's called Spirit Island, not Spirit Inland. Oh! All right, we got 16 points. 10 for victory, 10 for 5 invader cards, 6 for 6 surviving Dahan, -10 for the 10 blight. But we're gonna second wave. So the way second wave works, this card is all over the place when it comes to this. But after the first game, each spirit sets aside 1 power card to assist with the next game. See assistance from the first spirits on the reverse. Once stage 3 begins, the power cards set aside from the first game may be played during the spirit phase as usual. They cost nobody any energy or card plays, grant no elements, and may target any land. Thresholds trigger if they require 10 or fewer elements. Each one is discarded after 1 use or at the end of the game if playing further waves. Also to note is that this assumes that each land has 2 presence from that spirit, which is significant for Sacred sacred site targeting reasons, or Thunder Speaker's thing that says damage equal to presence times Dahan or whatever. But yeah. Remove all presence and invaders. Leave on the island one of each token type per player, so a beasts, a wilds, a disease. 2 blight per player, returning the rest to the blight card. All Dahan. And basically spread them out so there's 2 or fewer in each land. Add a Dahan if there aren't too many Dahan. If there are too many Dahan, remove one of them, or remove until there are 8 or fewer. I think we're not going to trigger those. I think we had 6. Second game setup, if the blight card is on the healthy side, increase the adversary level by 1. There's no adversary. If the blight card is on the blighted side, return it to healthy. Leave 2 blight per player plus 1 on it. Set the rest here. If it flips to blighted, ignore the amount of blight printed on the blighted side and instead use the blight sitting here from the first game. I wonder how this will work with healthy island, or still healthy. I assume that we're gonna skip this still healthy. Do not place pre-printed tokens, blight, or Dahan. Pre-printed invaders start closer to the coast. On each board, add a town to land 5. No adversary. Fear, events, invader deck, and spirits are all set up normally. And if you want to play further waves, most rules from the reverse side remain the same. Only changes: blight is equal to wave number per player. Closer to the coast, shift for pre-printed invaders is wave number -5, max 0. On each board, you add a town to land numbers 4, 5 on wave 3. 3, 4, 5 on wave 4, 2, 3, 4, 5 on wave 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on wave 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 on wave 7+. All right, we clear on this? So let's do Paralyzing Fright, because that's a really strong one to have for stage 3, I suppose. We are removing 8 blight. Let's leave the blight inland and concentrated, maybe. The invaders start closer to the coast, so feels better for it to just be inland. I have been granted the blessings of Sharp Fangs. They're exploring sands. They did not see H8. That is strong. Unfortunately, H2 is a thing. So my standard play is to get elements. I like elements. Gather beasts. If target land has beasts, invaders do not build it. Also notice that I had no choice for where to place my second presence. I just noticed this. Put a presence and beasts on your starting board in the highest number jungle. Put 1 presence in a land of your choice with beasts. Well, the beast was in H4, but it got destroyed, I think. So I had no choice. I had to go in H5. Anyway, I'm assuming prey on H2 is what I need to do. Stop the town build. Gather a presence as well. I will need to convert this one to a beast, and then also convert this one to a beast, and then with Gather the Warriors next turn, this will deal enough damage to kill the city. So with the second wave setup changes, they don't have the inland towns correctly positioned to do the opening explore properly. Yeah, it's hard to tell because I don't know where the setup markers are for this board. There's a town to land 5 that's added off of the second wave, but also all pre-printed invaders start 3 lands lower. So this town was originally in land 7. So the city in H2 is always in H2, and there was originally a town in H7, and that would originally see the H8 that the city misses and also the H4. But because this is now in H4, H8 is not visible. So yeah, I assume it's prey on the builders in H2. Probably I could also I could just add a beast with Teeth Gleam. I think I could also Terrifying Chase this guy out. I guess I need to be able to, because I need to be able to play 2 animals and 1 plant next turn. I want to like preserve the plants. Let's gain a power, see what it is. We would like beasts, or sorry, we'd like animals, but we have no animals. Growth through sacrifice. Entrancing Apparitions is pretty strong though, but I'm not gonna be able to play it next turn in any case. Range 1 Sacred Site from Jungle Wetlands. Remove a Blight. Could start removing from each 7, I guess. But I think I'm taking Growth through Sacrifice and you can't stop me. I actually can't do Prey at each 2. Or no, I can if I do Ranging Hunt. Right, okay. So I convert that to a beast. So I already have Ranging Hunt. Ranging Hunt. I guess actually I can get 2 beasts in H2 if I just target like H5 with it. I'm not doing the damage this turn. Because this is pushes too. I don't, well, I mean, it doesn't really matter because I would still be gathering 1. And I probably want to leave the presence in H5. If I do that, I can do Teeth Gleam to add a presence in H2. I'm sorry, add a beast in H2. They are building, so there will be an extra town in there, so I will need a little more to be able to kill stuff. I guess I could do Terrifying Chase. There'll be things in there. Okay. Alright. Or no, they're not building a town because Prey stops them. Right! Duh! Duh! Well, I can at least stop the build in H5. It doesn't need beasts, I can just push 2. Do not go into H2, however. I would vote for H4. Okay, so we need another beast made. Let's see what this is. One fear per type of invader present. There's no invaders in H7 now. This has plant and animal. I like it. This has plant, or sorry, this is no plant but animal, but it also adds beasts. I like it. I like all of these things. Guess it hits H1, which is good for setting up for next turn. Okay. So place this in H1, I guess. We're playing some combination of cards here. I need to just play 1 plant, so I can't play Prowling Panthers. I can also add other beasts into H1. Well, these 2 guys are being pushed out anyway, so it doesn't really matter too much. This guy? Leave my guys in the jungles because I have jungle power. Buildings have plus health. Beasts destroy explorers. Add Dahan to a coastal land with Dahan. Well, sucks to suck. Each player may push up to 2 explorers from an inland land. This is only this one. Don't really want him to go anywhere. And they're exploring the wetlands. Unfortunately, H7 is my weak spot. However, I cannot target it, damn it. However, it kind of sucks. It does have a disease at least, so it's not super bad. Add of beasts or destroy 2 things. I feel like destroying 2 things. Just kill the things. Or sorry, kill a town, I guess. But hey. While I'm not investing in the stonks, I think it's fine. I can kill the other town this turn with a beast's conversion as well. See what this is. Jungle Sands blight removal, unfortunate. Blow down river, blow down wind, push up to 1 blight. That's actually pretty cool. I do not have a sacred site though. Nor am I too likely to ever find a sacred site for the rest of this game. Next turn I will have an animal, which means I don't care about animals as much. I do want plants. This cares about sacred sites. This cares about sacred sites. This cares about sacred sites. These all suck. Sucks to suck. I guess I'll take the one that can deal with. Oops, not that one. I'll take the card that can push the explorer. Oh, I'm not hitting the damage this turn, but I don't have another animal. Oh, maybe I should have picked the plant card then. There was a plant card, right? Wait. Oh, I didn't play. Wait. Oh, the animal card. Oh, there's no animal card here. Oh. Oh, okay. I see. Well, H4 isn't a priority in any case. But it is awkward. Call to Isolation was an animal card. Am I blind? Oh, it was an animal card. I am blind. What the heck am I doing? Well, if I do go through sacrifice, I get an animal. You're right. What am I doing? I ask myself in the middle of the stream. What am I doing with my life? I am streaming on Twitch at 34 years old. What am I doing with my life? No. You're right, this is an animal card. I'm just blind sometimes. I am very, like, narrow-sighted. Narrow-minded? Narrow-sight? I don't know what the word is. I tend to have tunnel vision. That's, I think, what I meant to say. Narrow-minded, I think, is another expression, but I don't think it means what I think it means. You keep using that word. I don't think it means what you think it means. I could play these. Oh, I can't take both. Oh, but I can just do Too Near the Jungle to kill this guy, and they're not building in there. Made this more complicated than it needed to be. I guess I do still want to be able to do, like, yeah. Okay. need that, so I can do that. Cool. I have this thing, which looks cool, but doesn't do anything. I'll leave the beasts with the explorers for the time being. I can push a Dahan, but there's not really anywhere to push it to. There's no invaders in lands with Dahan, so I'm gonna finish. Prowl contained by the wilds. Add wilds to a land without invaders. Build in a land with the most buildings. Well, there are none. Haha! Joke's on you. Destroy 2 explorers among lands with beasts. We win! Yay! Actually, hold on. Can I put this wilds in a meaningful spot? The town's always in H5. The pre-printed thing is going to be... Actually, no. The town's going to be 4 and 5, and the pre-printed one is in 5. But we could just put it in H8, and it's going to be really hard for them to ever see H8 ever again, because they're not going to have the vision. We win! All right, that game was 38 points, 5 for difficulty, 18 for the 9 remaining invader cards, 7 for the 7 surviving Dahan, -2 for the 2 Blight. So we got more than double the points from the previous game. All right. So we're going to set aside a power card, and that power card shall be... We didn't actually gain any majors. Probably just Growth through Sacrifice, because that's a major power, right? And we have to remove all but 1 beasts. So let's leave it in the land with the city, I guess. And then this singleton needs to move. Let's not move him adjacent to the city. And now we are playing with Devouring Teeth. All right. So there's 3 Blight on the Blight card again. But we also have 6 Blight on this card. I don't know what that means. Alright, they started in the mountains. So Devouring Teeth, let's remind ourselves how this guy works. Damage dealing powers do +1 damage. Death approaches. If you don't have presence, gather a presence. 1 damage, 2 damage, 2 fear, 4 damage. You also have may deal +3 damage with damage dealing power. Defend 9, but push Dahan. 1 fear, gather, explore town. 1 fear, and damage to explore towns only. So while we do have plus damage potential, we don't have damage to cities potential, so the H4 build is a bit scary. My powers are slow. However, I'm always placing a presence, which is nice. Do I go for a power card in hopes of finding a damage dealing power that allows me to kill a city slow, or... something that takes that town out fast? We could also just defend it next turn. Presumably we want 2 card plays. Herd towards the lurking maw. I just love how happy he looks. This guy's a worm, right? I always think he's like some T-Rex, but he's actually a worm. Devouring Teeth lurk underfoot. I was gonna say underneath, but it's underfoot. All right, let's take a miner. Well, you can destroy a lot of buildings and add blight. If target land has any disease damage to each invader, but +1 damage. Does not mean 2 damage to each invader, but it does mean one thing does get damaged a second time. If target land is mountains, wetlands, a fear, and add a disease, which is good for adding tokens. For elements, I want fire, earth, animal. It has fire, earth, even though it does add blight, but it is really powerful. We can do sky stretches to do a slow power fast, and if I do a slow power fast, I can gather these guys fast and they don't build there at all. I can do both of those. And I will not have the fire. I will not have anything in here. I do stop the city. Drought plus Furious Might would be a city killer because you can tack the +4 to the 1 damage to each building. Well, yeah. The 1 damage to each, you could put the +3 to the city. Yeah. Yep. I probably want to avoid adding Blight, though. We got lucky on wave 1 that even though there were 10 Blight on the island, that we would remove 8 of them. But at this point, going into we're on wave 3, so going into wave 4, we'd have to leave 4 Blight on the island. And from experience, adding Blight long term sucks. Could also take Uncanny Melting, I guess, to remove the Blight from H7, but it doesn't stop the H4 city, which would be otherwise. I guess we could defend it, is what we thought we were gonna do anyway. I guess. Okay, let's do Blight removal. I'm not particularly worried immediately in this game, so we can take some time to just get the board cleaned up. This is range 1 presence. I'm gonna do Uncanny Melting, which requires a Sacred Site, so I guess I need this in here. And I could use this to gather the town in H. This only gathers 1, so it wasn't actually gonna stop the build in H4, but I can gather the town out of H3. And they're going wetlands. Okay, remove that blight. Oh, is this push or gather? Oh, it's gather. Okay. I was like, oh no, it's not range, but no, it's gather, so it's fine. Okay. So we're playing Mark Territory this turn for surezies. And if I want to play anything else, it has to be a free power off of this or plus energy off that, because I can't get any more energy off that this turn. So am I going to want to play one of these things? Gift of Furious Might if it allows me to deal damage with this, I suppose. Does it allow me to deal damage with this? If I take the fire, I have 2 fire. I will have an earth and I will have 2 animals. So yeah, I can do that. So that's 4 damage, which will kill 2 towns in H5. So that's pretty valuable. So I can see that being good. You take the fire. And I guess the question is what's going to happen with H6 or H7, because I'm focusing all my effort in H5. I guess I could do an H6 instead. Do my innate in H6. Interesting, I don't even have to have my presence in there. Maybe I go in H2 or H4 so I can be there. Maybe. I don't necessarily need to be in a land with invaders though with my innate, because I could just gather my presence in there and then start damaging. Well, this is range 0 actually, so I guess I'd need to be in H4. I like when I find out the exact thing that someone in chat points out. Did I take the right presence? I did not. Take that back, please. Because I do need that. Or rather, I want that. Plus damage, defend. You can go there, I think, maybe? I guess actually this can go in H7 and it kills the explorer, ending the event. In each land with at least 2 explorers, push an explorer to an adjacent land without invaders. Push a beast to an adjacent land with no blight, it deals 1 damage there. During Ravage in every land, defend 1 per Dahan. So yeah, no land with 2 explorers. I can actually stop this build. Nice. Defend 1 in all lands. Okay. So there's no threat next turn. Threat in H5 though. Warning! Warning! Increased damage. And yeah, I forgot that you said +4, and I was like, doesn't this card say +3? But actually, I have an innate +1 always. Is why. Normally this targets another spirit, I guess is why I got confused. So I don't play too many single spirit games, because I feel like the whole points of cards that target another spirit is that there's 2 spirits. So I generally play with two or 3 spirits mostly. Although I do wonder what my statistics are for how many spirits I play on average. Because I do play a fair number of 4 spirit games, but I don't know how many 2 or 3s I play. Plus they'll be a bit offset by the multiplayer games I've done on Spirit Island Sundays. So we have Ferocious Rampage still. Damages Explore Towns only. But there is the H5 build that is going to be a city. And there's also H1. If I get an Earth, plus damage doesn't do enough to kill the city. So I guess I'm looking for a damage dealing power. I do have the energy to play cards this turn. Invaders do not build in target land, but only in lands with Dahan, so it doesn't work for H5. Jungle Wetland, fear and damage. Seems really good. Inflamed Fires doesn't do damage, but I am going to have the 3 animals. I can add a strife to the city, but I'm still not able to do much. I guess I killed the town, so I add a disease, I add a strife, and I will have 3 animals. I could also take Savage Maw Beasts, which I was just looking at a second ago, but it also does lots of damage. And even when I don't have the Jungle Wetland target, I do get the innate, or sorry, the elemental threshold, which means that I do 2 damage in any land with this power. The +1 only triggers once though, so it'd be 3 damage with both, which does kill the city, I guess. Kills the city, kills the town. But this also gives me a disease. It doesn't kill the city, but it puts a disease in the land, which is good for second wave. Plus, I like that power. This is presence at range 1. I'll try to get closer to H1. I guess I can go to H2 to be an H2 for defend later. I don't know we have H1 taken care of in any capacity. I guess, well, yeah. On each board, in a land with the most towns, replace 2 towns with 2 cities. If there's only 1 town, instead replace it with 1 city. On each board, push up to 2 explorers or 1 town from a land with beasts. When invaders ravage, if the land has Dahan, defend 2. So click a land. So we have to choose between H4 and H5. If I click H4, that think, like, if I click H5, nothing actually happens because they'll build a town, and the end result is there will be a city and town in here, and a city town explorer here. But if I click this land, the end result is we'll have 2 cities and an explorer here, but we'll have a city and a town here. So, like, H5 does nothing, H4 turns a town into a city. The Beast has nothing. Dahan don't do anything, so I'm gonna do the thing that doesn't do anything. Opt for less bad. Wetlands again. All right. Let's just gather this back. I guess I can gather in there and then defend that next turn after all. So strife. Hey, this is new. They added a button for you may do both. You don't have to. You don't have to disable the threshold now to not do both. Yay. Actually, I could just kill everything in there by gathering the presents. The question then is what happens in H5. I guess I always have marked territory in case. Probably better to kill the H1 guys. This is reclaim. I don't gain a new power. Do I need to play both of my 2 energy cards this turn? Oh. I think I do. So I can just inflame to deal with something. Make that a sacred site, I suppose. We do to defend. So fire and animal gives me this. Okay, so that deals with one of H6 and H7, and then Flame deals with the other mainly. Okay, cool. Jungle Ravage. The next Explorer card matches all lands without cities, or sorry, without buildings, instead of the printed land type. Ignore any escalation on it. Matches all lands without buildings. Okay. What are all these new event cards doing? Choose a land with disease. In that land, 2 damage to invaders and 2 damage to Dahan. Each spirit with at least 2 Dahan among its lands either reclaims 1 power card or regains a unique power card it previously forgot. Okay, well that's good, because we can do 2 damage to the town there. And yeah, no cards to reclaim when we didn't forget a unique. 2 fear cards. Each player may gather and explore town into a coastal land, defend 2 on all coastal lands. See, the thing is, we know this event card says matches all lands without buildings. Which means we could gather a building into the coast. And thereby prevent it from being explored. Thereby giving us less things to worry about. Presumably. Assuming that's how it works. Matches all lands without buildings instead of the printed land type. I guess that means, though, that the build... It only affects the explorer, it doesn't affect the build. Because otherwise it'd be tricky to remember which lands that targeted. So instead, when you reveal the Explorer card, you're like, alright, well, I will just explore in all the empty lands. Then on the build phase, you're like, alright, well, the mountains are building. So what that basically means is that they're going to explore everywhere anyway. So like the town here doesn't really mean anything because they were always going to hit H3 with the explorer. But if they then proceeded to build the mountains, they would still build H3. Or if they did coastal. This has to be a coastal gather, but I guess this stops a build in H6. Come this way, I guess. Just in case. Add strife in a land with tokens. For the rest of this turn, invaders have -1 health per strife. This city could have minus health. I mean, it's a city, so I will do it. It's gonna use up one of the stripes, but it will still have minus health afterwards, so it only needs 2 damage to die. And we ignore the printed land type, we'll just explore every land that doesn't have buildings. The end result, however, is coastal. So for wetlands, we could do this. And then we have millions of damage. Might as well stop this city from doing things, I guess. This is what? 4 damage is a lot. But the wetlands ravages are solved now. Ending the event. Still have a secret side there. Yeah, let's go with this guy. Have a better spread. Okay, I can get to 3 card plays. All my cards cost energy though, so I'd need 3 energy to play them, so I'd have to click this in order to be able to afford it. I could gain more energy. Could be a bit too slow though. So what do I want to do? If I play 3 cards by gaining energy, I'm only gonna have 1 card left over, which means my next turn's gonna have 2 card plays anyway. So do I really need to play 3 cards this turn? Probably not. If I gain a power this turn, gain a power next turn, I would definitely have way too many cards to play, but I guess I'm definitely getting the 3 energy this turn. Because I foresee that being what I'm gonna do. Could remove the last blight. We have towns happening in the coast. Less damage with powers, but don't really need that much. You need an earth to be able to hit thresholds on this. So I'm playing Herd towards the Lurking Maw. Guaranteed, and probably Ferocious Rampage. Those cost 3 energy though, so this power would need to be free. But playing these 2 does hit the 3rd threshold on death approaches, so I can do enough damage to kill H1 and H3. Alright, let's get a free power. Actually, wait. I'm only playing 2 cards anyway, so it doesn't matter what this power is. But her approaches and ferocious are enough to do what I want, so this power could be whatever it wants to be and potentially helps with next turn. Speron gives me another power. It lets me play another power card. Would only really be helpful if it gives me elements, which gives me a fire, but fire's not really a big priority because I get lots of fire. This gives lots of fear. And these aren't good elements. I guess animal, moon, or sorry, earth. Of which Iron Flame wants animal more. This does add disease. We already have a disease card. Not that you only can have 1, but you know. If your presence is present. I find that funny. If your presence is present. If you can present some presence present to the land. If you present a presence as presented in the pre-sent land. Sorry. Words are fun. This does damage. Damage is good. Sands, wetlands. Nothing in the sands. Some things in the wetlands, but they're dying in the... Well, I guess H7 isn't entirely dying in the Ravage. But it does say damage, so I guess it's good. And I'm gonna take energy. I'm not needing sacred sites this turn, but let's go in H7 so I can be there. And I'm going to play Bird and Ferocious as promised. I guess I could play Pool Beneath instead, as that will do the same thing. It doesn't gather. Ferocious kills H1. Death Approach doesn't actually kill H3, actually. Did I actually need this to be able to hit the threshold? I did. Okay, never mind. It doesn't do the same thing because I need that animal. Okay. On each board, choose a land with city. Build there. Choose land with city. Build there. Just choose a land with city. Build there. Why does it say choose a land with city, build there, instead of build and a land with city? Okay, I don't know. On each board, push up to 2 explorers or a town from a land with beasts. And on each board, gather a Dahan into a land with Dahan, and that land, defend 1 per Dahan. That actually kills everything in H7, which is good. Build in a city. Jungle and mountains are equally likely, so... Guys, pick your poison. Land with beasts, push 2 explorers or a town. So actually this guy's leaving H6. But we can also gather that Dahan into H7. Or probably the H8 Dahan, I would say. The build, we could just use up this disease, I suppose. I suppose. Oh, whoops, wrong gather. Exploring mountains. Huh? We don't have our defend, right? I guess we will be reclaiming next turn anyway, so. Okay. So 4 damage. 4 damage, they're both the same. Gather a town out of here so there's less to deal with in there. My damage was exactly right for each of those lands, right? Because it was a town and 2 explorers and it was 4 damage. Yeah, so there's no way to like set this up for damage to be better or something. I don't know. Alright, we're playing 3 cards this turn. At least 2 of which are Gift of Furious Might, Pull Beneath the Hungry Earth, and Uncanny Melting. This is not sands or wetlands, unfortunately. I hope we can hit this. We don't have too many fires. Or animals, actually. Let's see what we get. We have fire and animal. It doesn't actually matter about the other fire. We just need the animal more so. This also deals damage. Devouring ants, unironically. So if I were to play Gift of Furious Might, also that deals plus damage, which is really good this turn for H4. So maybe I have too much damage. That's 7 health worth of things, and if I just had the first level of this, that would be 5 damage. And then Pull Beneath, even though it's not a sands or wetlands, does do 2 damage. So that's 7 damage. So I don't really need to do more damage in H4. So I could take something. Oh, it also has Earth. Yeah, you're right. Actually, Earth and Animal. Which is definitely the more limiting thing in any case. Okay, I'm taking Devouring Ants. Because how often is Devouring Ants the good pick? The answer is more often than you would believe. And we can remove... Well, okay, let's see where we are in terms of cards. But we've definitely won 3 cards. Let's Sacred Site this up. Yeah, I want this one and probably this one. I need another animal. So if I don't do that one, I still have that one. So I can... Just 2, 5. Yeah, that's a lot of damage. That's a lot of damage. 6. Wait. Sorry, I'm doing math weird here. 3 plus 1 for the innate, plus 3 here. Oh, this just one-shots H4. Sick. Alright, I'm gonna remove the blight from H7. On each board, in a land with exactly 1 Dahan. Well, thankfully I prepared for this because the Dahan is over here. Each beast deals 2 damage, remove any token that destroys buildings. On each board, choose a land with at least 2 Dahan and at least 2 buildings, but I don't think that's the case. None of this happens. Each player adds strife in a land with Dahan, -1 health per strife. Yep. Removes an explorer in town from a land with beasts or an explorer from land adjacent to beasts. Rip. That was the most exciting event in pair card combination ever. Alright, let's just one-shot this land. Remove this blade. And we can actually kill the city. And win the game. We have a disease, no wilds, no blight, no problem. Also, I didn't even need that. Oh, because that did, wait, why did that do plus damage? Oh, because it was the jungle, okay. It was not gonna do plus damage there, but it does plus damage here, okay, yeah. All right, no wilds, but we have a disease. And a beast, but... That game gave us 32 points, 10 for victory, 5 for difficulty 1, 10 for 5 surviving or remaining invader cards, 7 for 7 for 7 surviving Dahan, 0 for 0 blight. 4th wave. Let's play. Set aside. Because this counts as being played by Devouring Teeth, so it would have plus damage. Defend 9 is really strong, though. We are now Sunbright Whirlwind. I discovered the other day that the special rule about pushing explorers can't push into the ocean because it is not a power. Interesting. Poor ocean. Mountains Explorer. Unfortunately, they both have towns. And this is where it starts getting tough because we have towns in a lot of these lands. So most of these starting builds are going to be cities. And we're also playing with a spirit that is actually not super great at stopping cities. Right? Incredibly good at handling explorers, not nearly so good at dealing with buildings. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Unfortunately, that's slow. So both of these builds are bad right now, and I can't stop either one. Oh, but I can make, right, give the wind sped steps, I can make the push fast. Wait. Oh, this is the push. If I can play both of them, that is. Which it seems like I would need plus energy to do. We don't have an innate defend. So presumably I'm pushing out of H3. If I play these two, I have 1 sun and 2 air, so I can push and explore. So they're exploring either jungle, sands, wetlands, so I can definitely do something with that. Wetlands would be the less exciting option because that's already diseased, but I can at least preserve the disease. Okay. Sacred Site H8, I guess? This is range 1 presence, so it's most suited for sacred sighting in any case. Also, +1 range is a thing. We want to do something. Oh, also I can push a Dahan. Interesting. I can also just push explorers with my growth. Right. Yeah, right. Let's get the singleton somewhere, like there. How about that? Okay, let's... Oh, this has to be as many different lands as possible. Okay. I'm happy leaving the Dahan here because we do not have a defend yet. So putting them in anywhere is risky. Until we see something that synergizes off of Dahan. I don't really want to put singletons in H2 and H5 because there could be an event card that converts them. Unless it's this one, which it's not. Alright, so they went wetlands. So I can play 3 cards, but then my reclaim's gonna suck. Plus, if I do this thing where I go to up the card plays track and I'm playing millions of cards, I'm not gonna be getting enough energy to support those cards. On the other hand, I just need an air and I can hit violent windstorms, which maybe does something. I mean, they're putting a city in H6, but if they explore jungles next, then I can stop the city in H5. 50% chance that works out. If they explore sands, I can't do much with that. But we definitely want to see a power card that does something helpful. So let's click this one. Defend 4. I get a feeling that Blight is more mobile than it used to be, because there's a lot of power cards that say gather or push Blight, which is pretty nice. I don't really know what pushing Blight means thematically, though, because isn't Blight the idea that a land has been mined and is now desolate of resources? So we're gonna take the desolation of resources and push it somewhere else? I don't know. Depends on how you interpret what blight is, I suppose, because like with Fire Puppy, adding a presence places a blight because presumably you're burning lands down as you grow. So in Fire Puppy's case, blight means the land is burned. Literally burned, because the innate power burned land regrows. And I say burned. The burned land regrows. Okay. So, in terms of elements, we only just need sun, air, and purifying flame, and Speron provides both of those. Purifying flame does remove the blight from each 4. Which Davy Pie has actually just pointed out. I wasn't reading chat though. Yeah, that does do something. Speron doesn't do anything except cost an energy. Also play another card, but that will cost an energy. But Speron allows elements to be hit more easily. But I don't think that's necessarily an issue right now, per se. Alright. So I'm going to be spending all of my energy this turn, I suppose. That's fine. Not any reason to go in H6. I guess I can push an Explorer with my presence, but I don't really see why I would care about H6. I can damage lots of things. Maybe I go in H5, push the guy into H4, and then I damage all the Explorers. That'll show him. Damage 5 different invaders. Maybe there's an event card that says place a strife. Invaders have -1 health per strife. During the next normal ravage, each building does +1 damage. Beasts destroy explorers. Add Dahan to a jungle or wetland with Dahan. Hopefully those guys will help deal with H6. Sands? Well then. Let's remove the blight. I could kill a town, but let's remove the blight. Just because I can. Here, push up to 2. Sorry, we push an explorer, and then we can push up to 2 explorer towns. It's kind of a waste using it all on H8, but that's the only land where that's super effective. I guess I get an H5 to get the town out of there. Just like scoop it in H4, keep them all centralized. Maybe next turn I could also do Violent Windstorms and just target H8 with it at that point. Stopping builds seems better than stopping hypothetical situations though, right? Like hypothetically, stopping a future city in H5 is nice, but I could also just stop that with Violent Windstorms later, right? So let's just do this. I will reclaim, and I do not have much energy, so I will click this, and I see Grow Through Sacrifice. Gift of Twinned Days. Once this turn, target spirit may repeat the lowest cost power card they have in play by paying its cost again. I could do Gift of Sunlit Air for free, +2 range. Not super effective on single board game though. Double. Oh. It has to be 1 energy. I can't double Tempest. Doesn't seem super helpful. Sun Air. This is the only sun card. I need air a little more though. Defend 2. Add beasts. Blah blah blah. Defend 2 here saves a Dahan. So what? It's gonna be 4 damage, kills 2 Dahan. There's 2 surviving Dahan that kills a city and an explorer, which kills a city. Otherwise, the Ravage is killing 3 Dahan, and the surviving Dahan can't kill the city. So I take the defend card, I suppose. And I mean, I could instead do Tempest to damage all of those guys. Hold on, if I do Tempest, that would be 2 damage on the city, or 2 health on the city, 1 health on the town. That'd be 3 health. 5 damage. Which kills 2 Dahan. But then the surviving Dahan actually killed the thing, so I don't need to defend H6 if I do Tempest there. Defend would just save a Dahan, which isn't bad. But it does dedicate another card play. What were the other power cards again? Let me just hit back. I thought I could just hit back once. Thing is, if I'm playing Tempest... Oh, I haven't gotten the +1 yet, right? I don't think so. I don't think so. I'm just gonna click the defend card still. I can't afford to do 2 and 2 ones. Doing that for sure. There is gonna be a blight there, but I can't actually remove it. And they're building an H2, but I can remove the things out of H2 and then defend 2 and H2 is actually enough to defend that. Although the Sands Blight is easier to remove. So it's 6 of one and half a dozen of the other, really. Let's click these just to get to this threshold and also be able to hit that threshold next turn with those powers, I guess. So I damage those guys. I gift myself. After the Ravage step, on each board, if no blight was added to this board, add a town to the highest numbered land with no invaders. Hey, we're adding a blight! Yay! And each land with beasts. 1 damage per beasts. On each board, add Dahan to a land with 2 or more Dahan. Well, actually, that kills this guy. So it's not bad. So we're only losing 2 Dahan there now. Wait. No, we're only losing 1 Dahan, right? And we're probably gonna hit this with Scatter. Although I was hoping to be able to scatter more guys in H2. I don't know. Can I target Dahan with this? No, I can't. But I can move Dahan with my presence, which is cool. Doesn't. Let's put it there. Big Dahan party. Let's go. No blight was added. Or sorry, blight was added, so no extra town. They're exploring the mountains again. They're exploring the mountains again. So I could do Violent Windstorms, push the Town and Explorer out of H2, and then with my Defend 2, I can actually defend H2. Although, I guess a Blight is okay because we can remove it. Otherwise, Purifying Flame isn't doing anything. We're playing it and gaining energy off this anyway. I guess we could target H6 with Purifying Flame, actually, and do a damage there. Let's not put too many guys in H6, though. That would be wrong. You should stay there, though. I really just wanted to get things in there, but there's too many neighboring things, actually. It's awkward. I can only get one Dahan into H2 as it currently stands. Alright, gain energy. Gain energy. Push Dahan into not that land. Gain energy. Gain energy. Push Dahan into that land. Defend and pretty much play every power. Alright, and then defend. Gift. I can do this fast. Could use it to stop the build in H3. Yeah. I could also use the push more things out of H4, but H4 is just scary. On each board with 9 or more buildings, blah blah blah. On each board with 3 or fewer buildings, blah blah blah. I think we're neither of those. 2 fear per board with 2 or more beasts. When invaders ravage, if the land has both Dahan and presence, defend 5. Strive to a town. Coastal. Good news, H3 is already taken care of. Kill this guy. Reclaim. We do have lots of energy, but my cards still cost energy, so I'm gonna click a miner still. And no sun air cards, just a sun and 2 airs. Defend and Jungle Sands could be good for next turn. We care about air a little more than we care about sun. Alright. Could also repeat it. Wait, no, we didn't take the power that says you can repeat it. Never mind. Okay. We can do Tempest to kill one of them, actually, and then the other one's defended. Using Tempest to deal 1 damage seems weird. Entrancing's not going to do much this turn. It could do something next turn, I guess. I guess play Purifying Flame to remove the Blight from H4, just to keep it clean. I don't know. I'm not convinced that doing 1 damage in H1 to stop that build makes much sense. We have to generate fear. That's really what we need to do. We're kind of bad at the fear right now. We have generated 2 fear cards. Meanwhile, we're almost in stage 3. Alright, so let's play those. Coastal land, move a town. There's none of those. Land with disease, damage to invaders in Dahan. That's bad for this land. Bearing Ravage, defend 1 per Dahan. Each player moves an explorer from a land with beasts, disease, or to Dahan. So one of these. I guess this one makes that easier. Exploring wetlands. Remove that blade. And we can kind of just group these guys together. Also, this is a singleton over there, but I can't push you over there, so... Finish pushing, and then put these two guys, I guess, in the mountain party over here. Generally, one terrible spot is better than multiple slightly bad spots, is my MO. I guess I could take a major now. Could forget Tempest, because it's not actually super effective. Unless it combos with another power. I am feeling the need for major, so I click major. Well, I do have some fire, so we can Power Storm with Threshold. We have to pay the costs to repeat. You do gain 3 energy, which pays up Power Storm, basically. But then we have to repeat other cards. Vigor. Vigor is damage. We can hit the threshold for it. So we can do damage here, which does nothing, but we can push into H4, which does stuff there. Power Storm plus Tempest. True, I can repeat Power Storm, or repeat Tempest, and do damage twice. You're right. You're right. Seems better than trying to do Vigor to just push Dahan in here. I accept these terms and conditions. I cannot kill the city. But we can damn well try. I need to be able to afford cards. I guess actually no, I haven't gained a +2 yet. Actually, presence here. Push this Dahan back. I don't know what I was doing. That. One of these cards. Oh, I guess the defend card. I do get the threshold on this. I can kill the city, or one of the cities. I can do it! Actually, I can't kill both the cities, but I mean, yeah. If I can't kill both the cities, let's just do the most destruction that we can. There we go. On each board, add wilds to a land without invaders, build in the land with the most buildings. On each board, destroy 2 explorers among lands with beasts. During Ravage, Dahan deal damage at the same time as invaders. So the land with most buildings is H5 or H4. Would rather be H4. There's no explorers in wetlands, so that's fine. Wilds in a land without invaders. Just do that, I guess. I guess we could do H7 too. I'd rather do H8. I don't know. No things in lands with beasts. Build there. Yeah. Jungles. Oh, this for each invader pushed, I do 1 damage. Oh. Oh. It's not just 1 damage, it's 1 damage per. Which means I could have killed just that city, but yeah. Cool. Stop the H5 build. Yes. We can stop the H1 build with Gift of Windsped Steps. Let's not click that one. Let's gain a power so I have something to play. Let's gain... I have an 8 air, so this is always triggering. Interesting. Sure, it'd be nice to... Oh no, we're doing this fast, right? We can do the thing fast. We're probably gonna gain the sun. Kind of wish I went for energy now. I gain the sun. I need an air card, so it's this one. Okay. None of those care about anything, so... Sacred Site. Oh, and I can push it down. I could kill an explorer, I guess. Wait. No, it doesn't do what I think it does. I know it does do. Yeah, no. Yeah, no. Yeah, no. Also, this is stage 3, so we could do Mark Territory to defend 9, but... Gift... Still stuck in this weird zoom. Kind of annoying. Yeah, there's like... I can do weird things, actually. Wait, hold on. Entrancing apparitions could gather 2 explorers into H6. Oh, but if I then push... Oh, but if I push the 2 explorers out of H6 into H1, I kill the town. But then I don't have enough to kill... Because I only have 1 Dahan in H1. Man, that's so close to being cool, though. Man. Like a super... Actually, no, because... Wait, hold on. I could just use this. For each invader push, do 1 damage. I can actually just kill everything with that. Not everything, but I can kill the town and explorer with that. Okay, so I made this overcomplicated. And then I put a defend there in case it matters. Sacred sites under threat. We have none, actually. We have sacred sites, but there are no invaders in them. Aided by fire. We have no fire, so there's like no reason to do things. Beasts generate fear if invaders are present. Move to an adjacent land if not. Spirits with 4 Dahan gain a minor power, which is me. Yay. Move the beasts into the city land. It's a minor. This removes the blight from H6. Each player chooses a different land, and each gather up to 2 Dahan. 1 damage if Dahan are present. Not a lot, but it's an honest day's work. Each player may gather an explorer to a land with buildings or gather a town into a land with city. That's the only land with buildings, or land with invaders. And they're going jungle wetlands, which still hits 3 lands, unfortunately. But the jungle ravage means H1 is taken care of. I'm just gonna reclaim. Gain power. I can't Power Storm Tempest this turn. This has Sun Air, I guess. It's an upgraded version of my gift, I guess. In a sense. Although it doesn't give the fire for Power Storm, but that doesn't super matter. Otherwise, I'm clicking something else here, and I don't know what. This does remove Blight. We already have a thing that removes Blight, but it costs energy. I'm gonna click this one because it's free. Yeah. So... let's see, a Veil plus Entrancing solves those. Which is nice. And then... I can't remove the Blight from each... or I can, actually. I can just do that, right? I guess. I don't know. Because what I can do is I can do to defend here, and then I Veil the Night's Hunt, killing both those guys. Joke's on you! Towns each do +1 damage when ravaging. Hey, Isolate's on this card, by the way. Towns do +1 damage, doesn't matter. When the Ravage adds Blight, doesn't matter. Disease the inland land with the most buildings. Okay. Gain energy, reclaim a card. I gain an energy. Although, well. I guess I don't have enough Dawn anymore because I gathered them into here. Well. Sands Wetlands. Only 2 explorers. That one's diseased. Oops, not there. Oh, I can't actually hit that. Well, let's just do this one then. H2 could be solved a different way, presumably. Gain energy. I think we win the game, actually. I am willing to win the game. So I do Power Storm, I do Tempest, I hit everything. Oh, actually, no, I see what I need to do. I see what I need to do. This is going to be hilarious. Okay, so I place my presence. I push this Explorer. Now, bear with me on this. That Explorer is tantamount to what I need to do. So I Power Storm, I Tempest, I damage everything. I Tempest, I damage everything. I Gift of Windsped Steps, and now this is the winning move of the game. I push this Explorer into the city, killing it. Oh my god, how many times has an Explorer killed a city in the history of Spirit Island? Oh, that is amazing. I feel like that was such a great move that this is a great place to just call the stream, because quit while I'm ahead, right? 10 for victory, 5 for difficulty 1, 6 for the 3 remaining invader cards, 7 for the 7 surviving Dahan, 0 for the 0 remaining Blight. Yeah, it is 9 o'clock, and I am willing to call it there. That was not the high score of the game. High score was on Sharp Fangs, but yeah, low score was on Ocean because Ocean just kind of lit the entire island Blight. Helps that the Power Storm was on Element. I don't think that actually mattered. I would be able to repeat 2 more cards, but none of them, it would only be power cards. I needed the Explorer push off of my presence to be able to push that Explorer back into the city land for it to deal the damage. I guess maybe what you mean is that I didn't hit the elemental threshold on Power Storm, but that Power Storm gave me the elements needed to hit my innate, which is indeed true. All right, I am gonna call it here. Thank you for watching, everyone. I hope you enjoyed your stay. I can actually click on this. That's cool. You can actually click to see the spirit in the cards. Cool. This is what Sunbright does. Yep, so yeah, this is it for this week. Thank you for watching. Be sure to check out the other streams we have on this channel. Every Friday at 4 p.m. is Luck of the Seamus with Seamus the Hug Monster. Every Sunday at 1 p.m. is Spirit Island Sundays with usually Seamus. Every Tuesday at 7 p.m. is Handelabra Live with John. And every Thursday at 7 p.m. is Dolphin Dive with yours truly. Handelabra products include Sentinels of the Multiverse, Sentinels of Earth Prime, Bottom of the Ninth, One Deck Dungeon, One Deck Galaxy, Aeon's End, Spirit Island, and Horizons of Spirit Island, all available on Steam, iOS, and Android devices, with the exception of One Deck Galaxy, which is in early access on Steam, and One Deck Dungeon, which is also available on Switch. Find more information on those games at handelabra.com. But until next time, have a good night, people. Peace.